The New Zealand Harness Racing Show tonight, as always, brought to you by Harness Racing New Zealand, Woodlands Stud, Haras Trotteurs and NZB Standardbreds, catching up with the 2015 New Zealand Cup winning trainer and driver, Kerryn Manning. Firstly, hello, Kez.
Hey, Paulie, you having a good day?
I will be once we get this done. There might have been a couple of false starts, but we'll get there. It was a mighty achievement. It was a little while ago. Time sort of gets away on you before people actually, realise how long ago it actually was. But I'm sure you got fond memories of the day.
I do, yeah. It sort of doesn't seem like that long ago, actually, but the years tick by pretty quickly. There's a nice photo on the wall just to my right, which reminds me most days.
Oh, yeah, I know. You're right, actually. I was wondering where it was. I knew it was in your house, and yeah, you're right. When you walk in the back door, it's just there, it hits you, and so it should be too. So it's a mighty achievement. I might actually ask that question firstly, because Rooney won a Hunter Cup and a New Zealand Cup. You've also won as a driver the Harley Davidson in Norway. Where does it rank in your achievements?
Oh, it's pretty much at the top. It's a very special win to take a horse over there and train and drive him in the biggest race in New Zealand that you sort of have grown up with as a kid watching on the telly. And yeah, it'd be close to number one, that's for sure.
So you had a love affair to try and probably win that race at some stage?
Well, not really. It always seemed a bit far out of reach. Really, it was, never really had a pipe dream to do it because, you had to travel with a horse that was good enough, and you never thought you could do that. So I was pretty lucky to get Rooney when he came along, and he'd been over there, raced in distance races before he'd come here, so he was well in tune with that kind of racing, and it suited him down to the ground.
When you got him, he had a good record. He probably wasn't at the top of the pops by any stretch, but he had a very good record when you first got him. When do you start to say, let's have a crack at a New Zealand Cup? Like when does that? Because he won, I think, Naya Cup and the Trotting Cup as well. I think he won the Naya Cup before the Hunter Cup, did he? In the lead up to that, was that how it worked?
Yeah, the Swan Hill Cup. Yeah, he was touch and go whether he was going to go because his form after a spell was okay, but he hadn't done quite as well. But that run sort of it was do or die, and he went amazing in that race. So he was booked to go straight after that.
That was after the Hunter Cup or after the Swan Hill Cup?
The Swan Hill Cup. Yeah, he had a bit of a break, and then he'd come back and had a few runs back, but was sort of going okay without being wow, but he needed to step up to prove he was right to go over. And in that race, he certainly did. He won off 30-metre handicap and did it in good style. So, yeah, he was booked to go pretty soon after. Yeah, we had a good strapper over there look after him, Grant Campbell, who did a great job of looking after him, training him while he was there. And he won the Kaikoura Cup first, and then, on to the New Zealand Cup. Yeah, it was a wonderful day. I still have, I remember it pretty clearly.
We'll get onto that day then. But how much pressure's on you? I know Merv has always wanted to win the race. He said that he'll get you a good horse one day, and he's always wanted to win it. He's now won it twice, and he's in the chance of winning it 3 times with Copy That again. But like, how much pressure is there on both yourself and Grant for a horse that's probably not in his peak form? And then, he wins one race and everyone says, right, well, that's it. He's going across. How much pressure gets on you guys then to make him perform and try and get everything right?
I guess there is a bit, like the whole of Australia kind of watching to see how he goes, and to line up against the Purdons. It's a pretty hard task, but we sort of knew they had the horse that was capable if he performed to his best. And pressure is a good word, because it certainly was there. You want him to go there and do his best and do well. So it's a long way to go, and it costs a bit of money to do it. So, when he went so well at Kaikoura, although he galloped out there, but his run was amazing. you just had to step cleanly once you drew the front in the New Zealand Cup to have a good chance, I thought.
Did he win at Kaikoura?
Yeah, last ride just half ahead, but he missed away and did it the hard way, but did a really good job to win there, really. So
because I haven't been there, but I'm going there next Monday, and really looking forward to it. But they do say that it's a little bit of a daunting track. They say it's breathtakingly beautiful, but it is also, and he was a horse that could hit a knee pretty solid. So I was wondering how he got around that actual track.
Yeah, really well, actually. Yeah, it is. It's a different place to go. You'll love it there. It's picturesque, and the people, they all camp in the middle of the track. So it was very busy. You can't see the horses from the other side because of everything in the middle. But it's certainly, you'll really enjoy yourself, I'd say, because it's a great day of racing, and it's sort of like you're in the middle of nowhere.
You don't mind different. You would have enjoyed that, having people on the inside of you. Did you chat to anyone on the inside while you were walking around?
Oh, there was a few people looking and waving, and no, it was a fun day. Yeah, and then you won, so that even made it better.
Yeah, and I know, like Grant said to me, wait till you get there. Just getting there is just such a breathtaking place. The New Zealand Cup, it's on a whole new another level though. The whole day compared to, like, I've never been. I'm looking forward to going again, like for my first time. But just even the build up to the New Zealand Cup is just massive, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. They really make do a good job of advertising it, and all sorts of people come. Either they're horsey or they're not horsey. They just turn up to have a great day out, and a lot of them don't even watch the races. They're just having a party out the back and all dressed up to the nines. And it's a bit, I suppose, similar to the Melbourne Cup way they do it. And yeah, it is. It's a wonderful day. It's a great atmosphere, and to win in front of a crowd like that makes it so much more special.
Did you get to enjoy it, or was it more from you and Grant and sort of Merv? Because I think he was in the market, wasn't he? He was short enough. Like, is there just the pressure to have him to perform? Were you able to actually enjoy the whole day, or was it just a bit of a blur until such time as, even, I'd imagine even straight after would have been a bit of a blur?
It was a busy day. It went very quickly in the day, and Grant dropped me and Denby Wade. She came with me because she was working here at the time and loved Rooney, and she came over, and we got dropped off first, and then he went back and came with Rooney. So we got to enjoy the day a little bit more and had a bit of a look around. But once the horse got there, it was all sort of all systems go, and you kind of got a little bit nervous then, and everything happened pretty quickly. So afterwards was whirlwind of media and things like that, which a first lady to have won it, so it was a bit different for everybody. So it was I do remember it clearly, and it was just a great day out. It was lovely weather and amazing to be there and win in front of the crowd.
The crowd at the Harley Davidson, I saw that with Night Pistol. It looked massive. Is the New Zealand Cup a bigger crowd? Is it as big a crowd as you've been to? Like driven, in a race on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but probably the Harley Davidson was a bigger crowd. There was, I think it was probably 35,000, 40,000 people. And me being an Australian was a little bit weird. So I was sort of, made a, I don't know what you'd say. Just they played music when you come out, the horses, and it was just a massive day. I remember that not quite as well because it was a lot longer ago, but I do remember being made sort of like how'd you say,
royalty,
because I was from Australia. Different.
Yeah. Whereas in New Zealand they just say, oh, another bloody Aussie, don't they?
That's right. Well, like flies. I mean,
you said about being the first female to win it. Like you would have seen Michelle Payne the week before, and then you done one. Do you know Michelle at all?
No, I've never met her. No.
Wow. There's a Campbell's comments to get used to. Sit down and have a chat. There's one. Someone will probably pinch my idea now that I said it on this, but that's okay. It'd be cool. But did you sort of enjoy watching her be the first female to win the Melbourne Cup?
I did, yeah. No, it was certainly it's good to watch it. Anytime a female can beat the boys is always good to cheer them on. I didn't get a movie, unfortunately, Drive Like a Girl, but you know.
You should have a movie. Maybe the Kiwis can help us get one up and going. You definitely should have one. I'll leave that alone because otherwise we'll get into trouble. But yeah, you definitely need to have a movie because you've done a lot of things. I think it's great. I read an article there. I think it was on Harness Link just before, and you beat Smolder. It was a close finish, but you said Mark basically straight away, like he previously trained the horse and congratulated you. Was that the general response from everyone afterwards, that you were just congratulated for what you'd have been able to achieve?
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, really well received. We stayed at Mark's place as well, so felt a bit cheeky to beat him after he put us up, and it was one of his old horses too. So, but no, he was great. He was full of congratulations, and yeah, everybody that I came across was really good. There's a lot of Aussies there in the crowd too, so it was a nice feeling to be so welcomely received, winning their big race.
Have you been back since for a New Zealand Cup?
No, I haven't made it back.
They should be They should fly you out as an ambassador. I'll get you a ticket. All right, I'll work on it. You leave that part to me, and I'll work on that for you.
I'll give you a +1.
Hey,
I'll be a +1.
Yeah, you can do that. We'll work that out. They won't. They'll think, oh, that's a good idea. They don't want to know what they're in for, Kez. We get into trouble, you and I do for that, but that's okay. I don't know what I was going to say then. I just lost it. Like Roon's, after that, probably I suppose he had a few injuries and a few issues after that. He had a pretty short racing career, all told, for a horse that was around for a long time, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Yeah, he certainly packed a lot into his few years of racing and won some great races. But, yeah, unfortunately, injury got the best of him. And, yeah, it was a shame. But, you know, he was sort of he'd done enough, really.
What makes a New Zealand Cup winner, Kez?
Oh, look, I guess just being able to run the distance at a strong pace. It's a great staying race, and I guess manners as well. Rooney had all that. He had good manners and loved the distance. The longer the better, and he could run a strong pace the whole way. So. He was ideal for that race. It's just unfortunate that they didn't have any more of them sort of races in Australia after that because the stands all disappeared. So, yeah, a horse with a big heart.
Yeah. You've seen Rock and Roll do up close. You saw what he did in the Kilmore Cup, and I presume you actually saw what he done the other day. Would you be overly worried with what he did the other day? Because he's a similar sort of horse. He loves that strong tempo style of racing, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Grant took him to the airport before he left, and he was amazed at how big and strong a horse he was. And, yeah, he sort of is a horse who loves a bit of a fight in a race. So I wouldn't be too worried about his run the other day. He missed away a little bit too, and the experience will do him good, I think. And hopefully Mick will get him spot on for Cup Day, and good luck to him. I wish him all the best.
Who are you barracking for? Copy that or Rock and Roll do? Don't answer it because you'll get into trouble, so it's fine. It won't matter which way you go. You got to drive against one, and you'll have Merv on the phone if he sees this interview.
We'll go for a dead.
Dead eat. Ray will be happy with that. Ray will be very, very happy. Kez, thank you for joining me. I just thought we might relive a little bit of it. I've got his race. I'm going to throw his race on at the end as soon as we finish this interview. But thank you very much for joining me and recapturing it. 2015. I know Johnny Stiven, who bred him, he'd be wrapped. Just reminding people about him. And yeah, I think it's a mighty achievement. First female, second Australian, I think, behind Jimmy O'Sullivan. I think Jimmy O'Sullivan trained one prior to you. So a couple of big achievements there, Kez, and well done to you.
Thanks, Paulie.
Slice of history. Here we go. Racing. Lancewood Lizzie galloped away. Smolder galloped. Smolder's galloped at the start. He's gone back to third. Last Cause and Terror slow. Lancewood Lizzie. She was the worst served. ArdenRooney's going to go straight to the front and cross Mossdale Connor. Franco Nelson's running third, and Massini parked early in front of a Hoka punter. No Dr. Needed's off the markers early, and Choice Achiever slides through inside of Tiger Tara. No luck for Brilliant Strike. 3 wide drifting back past Mighty Flying Mac from Sky Major. Then Cause and Terror, Smolder to Kawa. They're just walking around the turn the first time. And Lancewood Lizzie is last. The leader is ArdenRooney. Kerryn Manning will think she's at stall at the moment with the lead he's getting. He's out by a length and a half. It's just a gift. Second, Mossdale Connor, and third, Franco Nelson. Massini's running fourth and leads up the outside row. Choice Achievers on the pegs from a Hoka punter. And a length and a half then to Cause and Terror, the Victorian visitor. 1 to No Doctor Needed, Lancewood Lizzie and Tiger Tara together from Mighty Flying Mac. And then came Takawa Sky Major. Smolder second last and Brilliant Strikers last. It's been a weird first 3/4 of a lap of the Cup. It's just been so slow. And ArdenRooney, the Kaikoura Cup winner, leads the Kaikoura Cup Quinella horse, Massini, who's parked. Mossdale Connor's running third, and 3 back the inside, Franco Nelson. A Hoka punter fourth, and Choice Achiever, 4 back on the pegs. Then No Doctor Needed from Cause and Terror. And Nekaway Tiger Tara, followed then by Lancewood Lizzie. Mighty Flying Max, Sky Major to Kawa. Smolder second last, and Brilliant Strikes a length and a half away last. It shades of the Melbourne Cup, the speed this is being run at. And ArdenRooney, well, Merv and Meg Butterworth that have massive smirks on their faces with 1800 to go. And leads with Kerryn Manning, who's a bit keen, the leader too. Massini's up parked along second, so the girls are 1-2. Mossdale Connors in the trail and 3 back the inside, Franco Nelson. A Hoka punter fifth. Choice Achievers 4 back on the pegs from No Doctor Needed. Then Cause and Terror, Tiger Tara, Mighty Flying Mac. Lancewood Lizzie, Sky Major to Kawa. Smolder and Brilliant Strike. The lead time is 2:02.7. It's not a whole lot quicker than the quad over 2 miles to start the day. ArdenRooney is having the best run it'll ever have in a Group 1, let alone the Christchurch Casino New Zealand Trotting Cup. Now they come. Sky Major and Smolder make moves. Someone had to. And with a round to go, ArdenRooney's 10 to go. So too Massini. 3 wide, Sky Major gets upon them from Mossdale Connor. Then a Hoka punter, Smolder 3 wide and 1 back. Franco Nelson's on the pegs from Choice Achiever trailing him, then No Doctor Needed. Cause and Terror, Tiger Tara, Mighty Flying Mac, Lancewood Lizzie, Takawa and Brilliant Strike. First quarter in 30.3. And ArdenRooney, Kerryn can't hold him any slower. He leads at the 850 metre mark by a length and a half. Smolder's gone forward. Mossdale Connor's had the second best run in the race behind the leader. 3 back the inside is Franco Nelson. Then Sky Major. Choice Achiever Massini. A length and a half for Hoka punter. Cause and Terror. No Doctor Needed. Lancewood Lizzie. Tiger Tara. Brilliant Strike. Mighty Flying Mac and Takawa. 29 the second quarter. 59.3 for the half. And the girl from Great Western. Kerryn Manning and ArdenRooney slipped away a bit. 2.5 lengths clear. Over in second spot Smolder. Mossdale Connor's on the inside from Franco Nelson working with a clear. Sky Major can't win. Third quarter 27.1. And the leader is ArdenRooney. Marked in a length and a half to 2. Mossdale Connor. Smolder still coming from Franco Nelson. ArdenRooney leads. Smolder's a length away. ArdenRooney. Smolder. ArdenRooney a neck. Smolder is trying hard. It's still ArdenRooney kicking. And a goal from Great Western creates history. ArdenRooney beats Smolder and Mossdale Connor. Next in Franco Nelson Massini. Next in a Hoka punter. Tiger Tara. Cause and Terror. No Doctor Needed. Choice Achiever. Brilliant Strike. Sky Major. Mighty Flying Mac. Takawa and Lancewood Lizzie and Kerryn.